So welcome to Team Zoom. We do these every Sunday at 9 o'clock Eastern. Tonight we're doing it at 8 because Brittany also has a 9 o'clock Team Zoom. So we're just accommodating, which is worth it because she's amazing. So we do this every single Sunday. Oops, let me mute somebody out. Okay. Every single Sunday at 9, and sometimes I have guests on like Brittany. Sometimes it's just me. Sometimes it's somebody from my team. But they're always fun. They're always something to plug into, and I highly, highly recommend at least plugging into the Sunday Team Zooms. After this, we'll have our family call at 10 o'clock Eastern, and those are always on Mark Pentecost's Facebook page. So tune into that tonight after this in a couple hours. But Brittany is going to rock your guys' world. I love having different perspectives, different people, different lifestyles, and just getting tips and stuff like that. So Brittany, if you don't mind, go ahead and introduce yourself, what rank you are, how long you've been in, and maybe what you did prior to this. That would be awesome.
Sure. Okay, so let me know if my computer sounds weird because sometimes it does.
No, you're good.
Okay, so I'm Brittany. I'm a triple diamond. I joined July 22nd of 2016.
Wow.
So almost 2 years, which is so weird. Before I joined, I was taking 18 credits in school, trying to pay for it by myself. I was babysitting. I was working at a daycare. I was a PCA. I was picking up babysitting hours. I was just that girl who was trying to do everything just to feel like I got by. And the day that I joined, my card declined to Starbucks. And I was like, okay, I cannot be working all these jobs and going to school and doing all these things and not afford a black coffee.
Oh, so, my gosh. Okay.
That was my deciding factor that I was doing this. I was watching the same girl for over a year, and I was just like, there's no way she's real. I was like, there's just no way. How is she in her early 20s doing all these things? We're supposed to be broke, and I'm doing it.
Yep, I'm saying yes. So, and you guys, I mean, I guess I quote unquote met, I didn't really meet Brittany, but I saw Brittany on a Zoom that Jade Hooper was having. And what got me the most was because, there's so many, even before this, Brittany was like, hey guys, hey Kim, I just got done with yoga. Sorry if I'm a hot mess. That's what I like about this. She's not just like me. She's not your average, super blonde, just she's normal. And on the Zoom, and I don't knock them. I love Morgan McIntyre. She's one of my very good friends. But what I loved on that Zoom was she was so real, and she had such a cool story, all the jobs she had, and I just love. How old are you again?
I'm 22.
Yeah, that's right. Young. Okay. I mean, I'm only 26, but that's so cool. Okay. So how long, not that it's a contest or a race, but how long did it take for you to go triple?
I went on my 1 year.
Wow, dude. Yeah, because you haven't
been there for a little bit.
Oh, so have I. You're good. That's awesome. It took me 2 years to go triple. I've been sitting here now for about how long? I don't know, a year or something like that. Anyway, so I feel you. But can you tell us a little bit, because obviously on that Zoom you caught my attention and everybody's attention because of the amount of loyal customers you go for every single day. So what is your everyday routine look like, and what are your, because that was just so cool. Your goals are right behind you right now. So what are your goals daily? What do you do to work this business daily?
Okay, so of course it was extremely different when I first started, and I was doing all of that because now I'm just doing this full time. So I feel like that's super important. But also I think about how much I used to work, and I'm like, wow, I still enrolled so much, and that is literally just me writing down goals every single day. And when I say I will not sleep unless those goals are accomplished, I won't. So now my goal every single day is to enroll 8 loyal customers. And that's because I've done it before. So why would I make my goal anything less than I've done? So what I always tell my team is I'm think about the best day you ever had with enrollments in this business. How many did you enroll? What was the total BV? Because if you did it, I don't care if it was 4 months ago when you did it. If you did it 4 months ago, you can do it today. If you did it yesterday, you can do it today. If you did it last year, you can do it today. And that's just my main thing. Do I hit 8 loyal customers every single day? No. But I'm aiming for it. But you know what? If I wasn't aiming right there, I probably wouldn't even end up with whatever enrollments I get that day. I probably wouldn't even have ended up there. So, I mean, obviously, if you haven't enrolled a certain amount of customers in a day, I wouldn't make that your goal. I would make your goal Say if the most you've enrolled is 2 a day, make that your goal.
Mm-hmm.
Do that every day. And then when you beat it, not only does it feel so good, you can make it higher every single day.
Mm-hmm.
Because when someone asked me the other day, how'd you enroll 8 customers that day? I'm like, you know what? People keep asking me this question. And it's like, I'm like, I'm no one special, but it wasn't what I did that day. It's what I did leading up to that day and what I do every day. And that's why it happened. It didn't happen because I sent out some message that got everyone's attention. Like that just doesn't happen. It's just hard work, consistency, and continuously following up with people.
Yep. And
I don't even know question, but
no, like I love when people just talk. I don't even care what you talk about, just talk. So like it's so cool that you say that, because it kind of reminds me of my highest enrollments have been, I think, 4 or 5 customers in a day. And ever since then, I boxed my best friend. She's not on my team. My best friend, Kenzie, she's a sideline. And I told her, I'm like, I've done that. Why can't I do that every day? But like work every day like it's the last day of the month. And I remember going for I think I was going for double diamond, and I sat on my couch one night and I signed up, I think it was like 900 in group volume in just like maybe 5 hours. And I know it's like that mentality. It's like, okay, I was going for it then because there was a big goal, but like, there's always a big goal. You want to maintain that rank, you go for that next rank. Like, why can't you do that again? So yeah. And thank God, like, because of host to post, it's even more simple. Like you're reaching out into other people's networks. So what is something that, so like, okay, your goal every day is 8 customers. You said, no, you don't meet that every day, but I love that. Like you aim for that, because exactly, if you're aiming for that, you're going to get 4 or 3 or 5, or, you're going to sign up customers daily, because that's your mentality. But what is something that, like, if my team was to ask, like, what is something that you do every day? You obviously message like crazy, right? Okay, what are you doing?
I can go into it. I have notes.
Okay, yeah, no, please, like, just talk. I'm going to mute myself so that I'm not background noise. Just talk.
No. Ask me any questions, too. So I wrote down notes so I can literally tell you guys what I do every single day. It's probably, like, nothing that you've never heard of before. But anyways, the first thing you do in the morning, whether you need to be at work at 4 a.m., 6 a.m., 8 a.m., 9, whatever, you need to get up earlier and grow your mind. And that's either manifesting, write it down, affirmations. Like, it doesn't need to be like an all day event, but you need to like get up and like get your mind in the right space. Because if you think about it, if there was like a day and you're like, why am I not enrolling? It's probably because you woke up and you weren't in the right mindset. And I mean, that was me like 3 days ago. It's normal. We're humans, You need to get up and you need to train your mind to be positive and just go after it. Number 1. Obviously nothing you guys haven't heard before. The next thing I do is I pre-plan out my post for the day, so I don't need to worry about that during the day. I already know what I am going to post before I even get out of my bed. So I'm prepared, just because that's one less thing. And I don't want to hit like 3 o'clock in the afternoon and be like, oh, what am I going to post right now? I don't have time for that at 3. And then my second thing that I do, I follow up with people every single day. I would never wait until Friday to follow up with people. Every single day, obviously, like, not with every single potential loyal customer. I don't even think I could do that in a day, but people who I've been talking to, I don't want them to forget about whatever we talked about. So I'm following up with them every single day. And I follow up, I mean, I wouldn't say like differently, but every single time I follow up with them, it's in a different way. So I will text them the following day, whether it has to do about the product, or maybe I'll just, if they post about their vacation or something, I'll just be like, oh my gosh, like, your vacation looks amazing. Just start conversation, because then you can build a relationship. And then after that, they are getting a selfie video from me. I'm like, hey girl, or like, hey, whoever, I'm super excited. I just helped blah, blah, blah with ordering their hair, skin, and nails. I have to show you these new results I got in today. And I just send them another picture that they have not seen yet of results of whatever product. And then after that, I'm going to call them. I'm going to be like, hey, it's Brittany. Like, like, they're not going to forget me, because I am constantly like getting their attention by following up in a different way. I'm not just sending them a different follow-up and changing up a few words every time, because they're going to remember me in a negative way if I'm doing that. So I follow up every single day. And also audio messages. Save them on your phone. Like, I literally, voice memos is already downloaded on the iPhone if you have it. You don't even need to download it. Label them and just speak. It's so meaningful. Like, I remember when someone was trying to sell me makeup online, they sent me an audio message, and this is before it works. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so nice. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, it brings it to a whole nother level. And then messaging, I message every day. Lately, I've been messaging to my host to post. So like, I just look at on my story, I look at who voted on my polls, and I'll just be like, hey, blah, blah, blah. Thanks for the vote on my poll. I was wondering if I could give you more info about the cleanse. And then I always interact on people's pages and comment on at least a few photos before I message them, just so I'm not like some random person in their
I
inbox.
say that all the time. Lovingly stalk first. Yes.
Seriously, it goes so far. So I message 4 customers usually off my poll, but if I haven't met my daily goal, then I'm going to message more, and I'll just be like, hey, like, I have a question for you, and just ask them if they're interested in learning more about the products. It's super simple. But again, interact on their page before. And then I do host a post. Like, if someone can't afford a product, like, I'll bring up becoming a distributor after the host a post, or after like they show that like they care. But like, I also don't want to give up on people for becoming customers right then and there. You know what I mean? But if I followed up with them a bunch of times, then I'll just change it into becoming a distributor. And then what else do I do every day? So this isn't really every day, but auto shipments are like so important. Like, I literally can't even explain. I used to have an auto shipment just because I followed everybody like on my upline who was successful and they had one. So I was just like, oh, I should probably have one too. But I never recognized the real meaning of it. Like, for me, and what I tell my girls, like, you need to have at least 2 boxes of wraps in there. And that stuff isn't for you. I add other stuff to my auto shipment for myself, but you should be wrapping at least 8 people a month. Like, every person I wrap, not only do I build a relationship with them, once someone has a wrap on them, they want more. And once they do become a loyal customer, or maybe they become a distributor, like, whatever it is, like, they end up enrolling with you somehow. And it's so fun. You literally can get so much out of wrapping someone. So I did a Zoom night, and I was basically just telling people, at the beginning of the month, I'll like call, and first of all, I'll go onto Google and I'll just look up like hair salons near me or yoga studios near me, whatever it is. And I'll literally just call them and be like, hey, like, I was wondering if after yoga, like on whatever day, if I could stick around afterward and like show you guys what I got. Like, so many people are like, yeah, sure. Did people say no to me? Absolutely. Just like in everything else. But there's always gonna be those people. So I've just been bringing my wraps there, and then I think I ended up using like 1 keto packet the other day, and I just put in these little sample cups. Everyone was literally like, oh my gosh, how do I get more? Like, you can go and give 1 sample and pour it into a cup and hand it out to a few people, But I think that getting friend people is also super important. Like, you can't just like rely on just messaging people,
I am very, very belly to belly. Like, my team knows I love wrap parties, which is why, like, when you say the 2 bags of wraps, like, yes, I love Wrap Cash. I have people buy wraps for me every single week, like whether it's a one-on-one, a party. There is nothing wrong with Wrap Cash. When I first started, like, Brittany, you don't know my story, but when I first started, I was being evicted, and we were just struggle busting, and I had a month-old baby, and Wrap Cash meant everything. Like, I have ran my auto shipment and had my car repossessed. Like, it was important to me. I knew that if I run my auto shipment, I would make it to triple diamond and presidential diamond. I knew, like, that's how you're paid. That's how you're paid. So I love that. And we should be wrapping at least 4 to 8 people a month. Like, there's no way, if you put your mind to it, like, that's what we do. And that belly to belly interaction literally is, it grows your business in crazy ways. That I love that. Cause yes, I love Facebook, but there is nothing like that meetup interaction where you get coffee or yeah. And I love that, like, the word that sticks out to me the most, dude, is that you are so ambitious. Like, doing that at your yoga studio, like, what? Like, no, like,
no shame.
yeah, neither do I. Love it. I love it. And that's what we do. I always tell my team, you know, and if you're new on here, I love to tell my team, like, we are a walking, talking advertisement for what we do. And if we aren't opening our mouths, then, like, our business is closed. Like, what are you doing? So
Yeah.
You know, that's our gear. That's talking about what we have in our gym bag and making it a point to just be a people person. Even if you're not good at that, like, you'll get good at that. So I love, dude, you're ambitious. But, and then, you know, I wake up and you said this is probably stuff they've all heard. No, it's not. Like, I love that you mentioned, not all the time anyway, but like, I wake up and I write 3 things down that I'm grateful for. I look at my dream board, I pray, and that is huge. Like, manifesting when you wake up, like, the things that you want and putting your goals into, like, I notice if I just wake up and I've got my kids screaming in my face and I don't really have a plan, like, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And so like, yeah, that's huge, you guys. Like, I love that tip probably the most. Write down your goals for the day, not even just for the month, like for the day. And then my other favorite thing, I just wanted to touch on it, was, what'd you say after that? Oh, the fact that you call people, like, the fact that you call people and you follow up daily. You know, someone just asked, how often are you following up? Yes, daily. And you're saying, like, you follow up with, you always have someone to follow up. You're not saying you follow up with that same, right?
Right. I always have people to follow up with. I don't follow up with every potential every day because that's a lot of people. After like 8, I'll just do it like once a month. There's just also one more thing I want to add is that, like, I'm actually a very shy person, and when people are like talking to me, they don't realize that. Like, over Zooms. But before this business, if you asked me to like go up and say like hello to somebody, like, I would be like, oh no, like, I was petrified to speak in front of people. I was that girl who fainted during public speaking class. Like, it doesn't matter if you're shy or if you're outgoing, because I remember telling my enroller I wouldn't join this company if I needed to do anything face to face. And now, once I did it, got over that fear, I'm like ready to go talking to the whole world. So if you're nervous, just go for it and do it, because every single time you do it, it's so much easier.
And like, I told my enroller, because I joined this business just, oh my gosh, I was a hot mess. I won't even get into it. I was a hot mess. And I told my enroller, I was like, you call people? I will never call people. Like, I will never, no, you will never see me on the phone. And now I'm like, can you call me real quick? It's way easier. Like, can you just call me? It's so much easier. And you get that excitement in there. Like, they can hear your excitement. They can hear your story. You can hear their story. And they don't, like I tell my team, they don't have the opportunity to go run to their cousin, mother, branch, or brother, like everybody in their family, and say, this is a stupid idea, right? They don't have time to do that. You've got them on the phone. They're committed. They're excited. So I love that. I love that you get on the phone, because I always said, I'm like, I will never get on the phone. And now it's like what I do. So the amount of growth you do in this business is so incredible when you do a lot of personal development, right?
I spend more time.
Yeah, that's right.
Doing like things to grow my mind or my business than I do sending out messages a day, because I remember, I honestly forget who said it, but when I first joined the company, I was like that girl who looked up everything. And it came somewhere, it said, this business is 80% mindset and 20% skill. And to be completely honest, I thought it was BS in the beginning. I was like, yeah, right. Like, I can say I can do anything, but who knows if I can do it. But I didn't even know what personal development was, and I wasn't doing it religiously. So of course it wasn't going to have an impact on me. And then when I went on the cruise, I like won Jade Hooper's thing, and I went on the cruise, everyone was talking about dream boards, and I'm like, what the heck is a dream board? And I was like, I swear I'm the only person on this boat right now who doesn't have one. I'm going home. I'm making one. I was a distributor at this point, didn't even make it to executive. And I was like, I'm doing this. And the second I had my dream board, I was ready to do everything religiously, because my dream board's right here. But if I, like, every day I wake up and I have one in my bedroom too, and I look at that, I'm just like, I will do anything in the world to like make these things happen. And that's just like it. Like, if you know why you really want this, because if you know why you really want this, you'll do anything.
Yep. You'll work hard for it. Like you sound just like me when I started. Well, in that aspect, like when I started, I was like, dream boards are dumb. Personal growth really isn't going to get me anywhere. I would just really like to make money. Like now I don't need all of that. And oh my gosh, it took me physically, like I used to even, like, I'll admit my first dream board was just like, give me some magazine cutouts and let me just like stick.
That's how mine was too.
Yeah, I was like, just, do you have like a travel thing on there and like a pretty house? Just give it to me. I didn't get it. And now, like, I love my dream board. When I wake up, I see all of my, like, my top 3 goals for this year right in front of my face, the amount of income that I'm going to make by the end of this year. I see like my kids' beautiful faces on it. I see like, I have like little note, kind of, I'm sure like yours, like I have little note cards on mine that say I bought a new bed and I got to check that off. Like, yeah. I like stuff that I need / stuff that I want / like more giving back. Like I have a lot of dreams now, and seeing that on my dream board, it really puts things into perspective, and it makes me want to wake up and message all the people, talk to all the people. And personal growth, like that was a huge, I went diamond and I was micromanaging and I lost almost everybody on my diamond chart. It took literally getting into personal development. I was like, this is stupid. But once I started to actually get into personal development, now I'm like, you guys, make it a third of your day, at least a third of your day personal growth, a third of your day on your team, and a third of your day like reaching out and networking. But that changed my business. Personal development changed everything.
1,000%. And like, you can put in all the skill, but if you don't believe that this is going to happen, then it's just not. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah, period. If you don't believe it, oh my gosh, hold on.
1,000%. And I forgot what I was going to say.
Darn it, I'll shut up. Okay.
No, it wasn't you. I had something else to say. I totally forget.
I do that all the time.
It will come to me.
Yeah, it'll come to you. Not if we're all staring at you waiting for you to think of it. So yeah, like I think that's probably my biggest aha, was that if I really, really want this, if I really, really want to, I mean, this is going to sound silly, but my top 3 goals, they're not silly to me though. My top 3 goals this year are to paint the entire inside of my house because it looks like an Easter egg threw up in here and it's horrible. It is horrible and I hate it. It's not me. And this is a home, or this is a house, but I want a home. Like I want a home. So my top 3 goals, first one is to be debt free. Second one is to redo the inside of my house completely, carpet, paint, new furniture. And then the third one is to take my kids and Joe on a Florida vacation, because my son dreams about it more than I do. Like he speaks it out loud into existence every freaking day. Every plane that passes by, he's like, they're going to Florida. I'm like, I know, Bubs, and we will too. So like, yeah. So like, it was really realizing that if I don't actually believe that I can do it, dude, I'm not going to. You might as well just stop right now. Like you have to physically and mentally know that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Like you can do these things. You can do them as long as you do all the things that Brittany was saying. And I love that. Someone just asked, I'll let you answer. How long do you wait after you talk to someone to follow up with them?
I mean, I think it really depends upon the conversation, like how far we got into it. But I like write down, like, this is just like from today, like my PLCs that I got, and I write them down, and I'm like, I was going to be a teacher, and so everything is like color organized. So according to the color is like basically like we talked about it, like they're super interested, what they're interested in, and then I'll check off when I follow up with them. But I mean, if I only just ask someone, hey, do you want to try the products? They said, yeah. And then like the conversation just like went off, then I'm not going to follow up with them immediately. I'll follow up with them in like 48 hours to 72 hours. But the first time that I talk to somebody and we're having a conversation, I'm following up within anywhere from 2 hours after the conversation to 72 hours, because it's so crazy. I mean, yesterday, for example, I was talking to this girl. This is like all on the spot. She's like, I really want to try wraps. Like, I'm super, super excited. But I'm just worried that they're not going to work for me because they work for some of my friends, not my others. I'm like, okay, girl, listen, like you need to get it on you because you're not your friends. And she was like, okay, let me think about it for an hour. I'm like, well, what's holding you back other than that? And so I followed up with her 3 hours later, and I called her. I talked to her. I'm like, I thought the same exact thing. I put a wrap on me and it changed my life. It led me to having incredible results and then leading me into this business. I would not be selling it if not. Like, just letting this being like a person. She was like, okay. Like, I was like, I have my computer up right now. Like, I can put your order through right then and there. Literally, the sale was done within 7 hours that I talked to her.
Yep.
But I could have easily waited to follow up with her, and then she would have more time to think about it. She knew she wanted these wraps.
Yep.
She knew she did, you know, and like, I'm so excited for her to get them on because that's just like a whole nother thing, you know, like, don't be afraid to like not bother people. But I mean, I feel like once someone's interested, they're always interested. They're not just going to change their mind 2 hours later.
That's what we do. Like, that's what we do. And that's my favorite thing is when someone, like you just said it, and when someone says, oh, I don't know, I'm like, what's holding you back? Other than like, I'm sorry, really? It's just that your friends, it didn't work on some of your friends. Well, what's actually holding you back? Well, other than that, really nothing. Okay, well, then I can place your order right now. Like, are you ready to get started? From a host to post the other day, it was just a hair, skin, and nail host to post. And long story short, the girl ended up ordering not just hair, skin, and nails, but toner and wraps and the vitamin pack and HSN. And I'm like, if you just talk to people, if you just like really get to know them and what they want and be a normal not normal, I'm not normal, be like a genuine human being, be yourself, like they trust you, they trust you. So what do you do? Like, my question is, because I know what I do, but what do you do when someone signs up as a customer? Now what do you do? Because you're not just going to sign them up, right, and like let them go. Like, what do you do after that?
First of all, like when you first sign up someone, you're just getting started. Like, literally, they just put in their order, you know. Like, I've had some customers be customers since I first started. I am always sending them afterward my WTF web links, because I want them to log into Facebook so that they can like spin the wheel every day. They can know where like the workouts and the recipes are. I want them to know all of that because that is like a huge, huge, huge perk for people. And I want them to know that like right away. After that, I'll just be like, let me know when you get them. Whatever the product is, because I want to personally let them know what the best way to use whatever product it is. Of course, they can read it if they want to. I'm sure everyone does, but I just want them to know, like, I'm here. You can ask me any questions. And then every, like, 2 to 3 weeks, I'll just check in with them. I just go to my steps to success, and I just text them, hey, like, how's it going? Because I have whatever they bought, like, written next to it. And I always send them a personalized thank you note every single time. It's not something that I like write every single time the same on each note. I personalize it for every single person. It's short and simple, but I also always bring up the job opportunity after the 3 months in that note. And I would say like a large portion of my loyal customers end up being distributors, number one, because they trust me and I build a relationship with them right off the bat. But also, like, second of all, like, I'm making sure that they're using the products the right way so they get the results. Because if we just have someone like get wraps and then they're doing like the whole process like wrong and they're not drinking water and like whatever, like I had a girl one time when I first started, because I like was new, she was like working out with a wrap on. I'm like, oh my goodness, like, you know. So make sure that you are like letting them know how to use them, sending them like videos. Like, I have a video of me putting on a wrap. So it's so personalized. They're like, oh my gosh. And it just means something to people. But yeah, most of my loyal customers either stay customers afterward, just because I'm constantly making sure that everything's going well. And if it's not, then we're going to change up your product so it is going well. And then if they become a distributor, they become a distributor. And that's just like a whole nother thing.
Yeah. And that's what I do after 3 months. I'm like, okay, girl, either you can keep ordering for another 90 days and try a different product and I'll give you $50 in perk points, or, and I act like that's like a private thing, but really it's the company. And then, so I either say like, let's do another 90-day challenge, or are you ready to join my team? Like, you've loved your results. We've exactly been building a relationship. They've been using the products. So I love that. Yeah. Cause after you get that customer, you know, when I first joined, I signed up 30 people like that, but guess what? There was no follow. I thought, okay, cool. I signed up a customer. That's it. Like that's not beneficial. When you sign up a customer, I always say like, yes, do your happy dance, but then take care of them. Like, let's take care. Yeah. Let's take care of them.
Otherwise, there's no point of a happy dance.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no point of a happy dance if you plan to just be like, hey, cool, got that 54 BV, moving on. That's not how it goes. So, I love that, dude. I'll ask you a couple more questions, and I know your Zoom is at 9. So,
oh, no worries.
Okay, so Rachel asked, I love this. Are you able to get every potential loyal customer's phone number, or do you call them on Facebook Messenger?
So personally, I don't even message on Facebook. I don't
Wow.
even use Facebook really. I post on it. I'm not a Facebook person.
Oh, are you Instagram?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was like, wait, what then? Okay, you're Instagram. Okay, okay. Okay.
I use Instagram. Facebook, I don't know. I just like love Instagram and it
Mhm.
just took off for me right away. So that's what I use. But when I message someone, they'll be like, "Oh, like what's the product?" And I'll tell them like just like a brief description like about the products. And then once they let me know what they're interested, I'm just like, "Awesome. I can't wait to show you these results. Do you mind if I text you? It's so much easier." And then I would say like 90% of the time people just give me their numbers right then and there, and then I write them down. Um, and then if they don't, I'll just continue the conversation there, and then I'll just ask them again for their number, like after like I either give them the price or if they're ready to order or whatever it is. But I don't even know if I've ever made a sale off Facebook, to be honest.
You're like Morgan McIntyre. She's like, Kim, how do you like what am I doing wrong? I'm like, you're doing nothing wrong. You kill it on Instagram. Keep doing that. Like you're not doing anything wrong. I don't kill it on Instagram. So that's awesome. And yes, I love asking for people's phone numbers. I'm always like, it's so much easier and more it's easier. So just give me your
And you
number.
have two ways to contact them now, so you can
Yeah.
always like keep them on your toes, you know?
I love that. So yeah, Rachel, just ask. um for it. And then Chelsea Clark says, how do you organize your current active loyals and distributors?
I mean, honestly, like I try to keep track of things as best as like to my ability as I can. But if I turned my computer and showed you guys my desk right now, like you guys would probably be like, "Oh my God, this girl's literally a mess." But every like I fill out like my steps to success, like, and then I just fill them out like front and back, and then I highlight them like after I send them a thank you card. And whenever I need to check with my loyal customers, I just flip back to my steps to success because they're all saved in my phone. I don't do Excel sheets or any of that stuff. Like I don't even know if I can figure that out. So like I just like go right off here and I message them. Distributors, I have them like all written down like for like on my charts or like on like my cab reports or anyone who I personally enroll, like I write down in my steps to success too. But I mean, honestly, I feel like it's just like random group chats that we got going on with different sides of my team. And I kind of just wing it because, you know, everything's constantly changing. But I also don't want to spend 80% of my day trying to organize everything and not get stuff done. So I kind of just feel like I just roll with the hot mess, you know, and just go with it.
Same. When I started to write down, that was a huge game changer for me. In 2017, I know I've been in since 2013, the end of 2013. And finally in 2017, I was like, I'm gonna like I won this little book. Do I even have it? Wait. No, I don't. I don't have it down here. I won this. Now I just use our planner because it has the steps to success on every single month. But before that, I had basically, it's like a little tiny book and all it was steps to success, the pages, like all it was. And I would literally write down every customer and every distributor that I signed up. And that is how I would flip back, just like you, like I would flip back through that. And I'm like, oh, I need to, you know, that was huge for me. Like I actually started to keep track and keep my steps to success sheets because I'm like, oh, they're right there. Their names are right there. But the thing I didn't do, which I think I'm going to start, is you said you write down the product next to the loyal customer's name.
Yeah.
That is so. I have to log into my eSuite and like go look every single time.
No
and
one's
I'm
got
like,
time for that.
no, I don't. And I'm like, this is a pain because I have to like if I'll literally follow up because I have a system and like I'll follow up with people in my car outside of like someone's wrap party like afterwards, and I have to go into my eSuite and see what they ordered, and I'm like, what am I doing with my life? So that is really smart. I'm gonna write down their products next to their name. I love that. So
things that they're interested in too. Like sometimes people will tell you like multiple things that they're interested in, but they'll buy one thing the first time.
Yeah.
Always write that down because those are going to be the easiest sales you make. I have loyals the majority of the time start off with one thing and then next month they're on the system. So, you know, like you just need to like listen and like write down because obviously we cannot remember everyone who we're talking to. But if you're writing that down, you're not going to forget unless you don't look. But obviously you're looking because you're following up with people. So you can easily turn that 39 VV sale into 110.
Yep. I love that. I love that. And so, your top, I'm gonna kind of like read. So like your top tips. I love that you said this business is 80% mindset and 20% skills. So you guys, like, she's 22, she's a triple diamond, and she did that in 1 year. She's been in for 2, right? You said 2 years?
Almost 2 years, yeah.
Almost 2 years. Okay, so like, why can't you be Ruby? Why can't you be Emerald? I have so many people on my team right now going for Ruby, Emerald, Diamond, and above. And like, listen, she went triple in a year, and she just said like the most. I mean, she does so much mindset stuff. Like, she wakes up and she knows exactly what she wants. She has her goals written down everywhere. So like, do that, you guys. Find a way to grow your mindset every single day. And if you do that every single morning, cool. If you're busy in the morning and you got crazy kids like me, then do it like midday or whatever. Wake up earlier than your kids. That's a huge, like, that is huge. And I love having that peace and quiet before my kids get up sometimes. I do it sometimes. That's what I shoot for. But I love that, dude. If you can be triple diamond in a year at 21, you're probably 21. Yeah. Like, why can't y'all be Ruby and Emerald and, diamond and above? I think that's so cool. So, yeah. Does anybody else have any other questions? Do you want to unmute yourself and ask, or do you want to add anything, Brittany? Do you have anything else?
I'll add one more thing. And if anybody has any questions, like, feel free to ask. I mean, I answer anything. I think the number one thing is, like, if you want to be Ruby, like, you need to, like, literally walk around like you're a diamond. You need to be working like you're a diamond. Like, if you want to be a diamond, you need to be working and walking around like you're a triple diamond. If you want to be ambassador, like, you got to walk around like, like, you just need to think about it. Like, the people who are promoting and the people who you continuously see promoting, they're working really hard, and more importantly, they believe that they're that rank before they already get to that rank. Mm-hmm. I remember I still do this, but I literally say out loud, I don't care where I am, I leave reminders on my phone from 8 a.m., noon, 3, like 5 and 8 or something like that, and it literally says, I am presidential diamond. My volume is growing higher and higher every second. I deserve this. Or just, like, write a little note to yourself to remind yourself. And when you see that come up on your phone, say it out loud, because if you truly believe it, and for me, I need to train my mind to believe it, then it's going to happen. But if you're thinking, oh, this isn't going to happen, I'm not going to enroll any customers, I'm not going to enroll any distributors, I'm not going to go Ruby, then it's not going to happen. Yep. You've already told yourself, so be careful what you say to yourself.
Yes. Oh my gosh, the power of the tongue. Like, when my team comes to me, dude, and they say things like, and don't get me wrong, I used to be just like this, but I cannot say things like, I can't, I'm trained, I can't. But when and sometimes I'll have people come to me and say, why can't I sign loyal customers? Because you just said it. Like, because you just said that out loud. Like, the universe hears everything you say. Like, the power of the tongue and the mind are so powerful. They're so powerful. So yes, say the things to yourself that, I truly believe this. Like, I believe in myself as much as I believe in my kids. Like, I wouldn't, like, how do I put this into words? I will look at Eric and Lucy and I will tell them, like, when they're older and they're like, Mommy, can I do this? Yes, absolutely you can. You can do freaking anything. So why say that to yourself? Like, really, I know my kids can do anything. If Lucy and Eric grow up and they're like, Mom, can I join It Works and be successful? Yeah, you can. Like, I believe that with my whole heart. So, like, believe in yourself. Like, my kids believe in Santa Claus, dude. Like, believe in it. Because, like, that is, you can do anything. I love your mindset, Brittany. Like, that's my favorite part about your whole story on that, or all of your tips on that Zoom. Your mindset is like huge. Your mindset is huge. So yeah, dude. So what's your goal for presidential? Like, do you have a date, or are you just shooting for it?
No, it was last month and I missed a $50,000 bonus, but it's okay because I worked my booty off last month. So did my team. And if we weren't working toward our promotions, then we would have not landed where we did.
Yep.
And now this month, I just know it's happening now.
Yeah.
I just know. Yeah. So that's it. And then straight to ambassador.
That's so exciting, dude. That's so exciting. I love it. Yeah, you're that much closer to it. Well, We appreciate you for being on. I don't think there's any more questions. So I can't thank you enough. I loved all of your tips. You taught me some new things. So thank you.
Of
Kaylee,
course,
anytime. Oh, she
anytime.
undid. I appreciate it. Do you want to add anything, Kaylee? Oh, she like undid her video. Okay. I saw her undo her video. That's my double diamond. So I'm like, wait. Did she want to say something? Okay. So yeah, we just appreciate you. Thank you so much, Brittany.
Of course, anytime. Have a good night, you guys.
Yes, you too. Bye, guys. I'll get the recording out
Bye.
soon. Have a good night, Brittany.